everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Chit Chat with Cherise 2.0, quite honestly. I am your host, Cherise, and this time I am not alone. And if you're wondering why you're seeing this face again after you done seen her this morning at 8 a.m., it's because this is a different platform. As you may recall, I have Solid Saturdays at 8 a.m. And on the first of each month, we have Chit Chat with Cherise. Now, on Solid Saturday, we encourage and uplift, and we come together and we kumbaya and all that great stuff. But Chit Chat with Cherise is a little different. This platform is of opinion and just plain openness. We pick a topic and we just run with it with hopes of striking your curiosity and encouraging your point of view. You're welcome to join in. You're welcome to have comments. We're here to have a good time, laugh, like I said, share opinions. We just ask that, you be respectful and you be mindful and you be considerate. You be respectful of everyone's opinion and comments, questions, and concerns. Also, as you come on in, tag, like, share, comment, and subscribe. What are we subscribing to? We are subscribing to YouTube. Yeah. So if you missed tonight's episode, you are more than welcome to find us on the replay of Chit Chat Cherise. If you don't follow the page, please follow the page so you can be notified. And also, you can always find us on YouTube. So why is Chit Chat Cherise 2.0? Because not only is this platform different in topic and conversation, but I have a co-host. And we don't know what comes out of her mouth. So, I'm definitely looking forward to tonight's topic because it's hers. And I don't have a clue which way this is going. Okay, great. I have questions, but I don't know how she's going to answer them. So, without further delay, let's just welcome our co-host. Wait. There she is, looking pretty. Hey, Janine. Everybody say hi to Janine.
Hi.
Everybody say hi to Janine. All right, so pure disclaimer. Y'all, those who don't know, I am not tech savvy. So we have been trying for the last couple of months to have Janine's followers follow and tag, like, do something, and we cannot do it. So it's not, this is my platform, this is our platform. I just haven't figured out how to do that. So if somebody can help me figure that out, please do. Okay. But until then, hey Neen.
Hey, honey. How are you?
I'm exhausted. How are you?
Same.
Okay, great. But you look good though.
Thank you.
See, I look how I feel, but that's not tonight's topic. Okay, great. So, Janine. Oh Lord, I ain't praying. Jesus.
Hard.
Be mindful. Be mindful.
I try sometimes.
Be respectful. Okay. So tonight's topic is dating in 2023. Yes. We ain't doing nothing from none of the books tonight. We ain't doing no current events. I'm tired of the police. No disrespect, but I'm tired of the mass shootings. I'm tired of people dying. We need something uplifting and fun. And when Janine gave this topic, I was like, yes, this is what we're going to talk about. This is like, because I need to giggle. I need it. So if y'all don't enjoy this conversation, great. I need this because I need to laugh. Okay, great, Janine. So why did you want to talk about dating? Let's start there before I ask my questions because I'm ready. I just want to know why. Why you want to talk about dating in 2023?
Because I know a lot of people who are trying to date in 2023, and everybody is the same consensus I get is it's hard. It's difficult. It's not like it used to be. I mean, I don't understand, I guess, why everybody feels it should be the same when everything changes from year to year or from day to day. Back
Oh,
when we were younger in dating, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have the internet. Now, people are Facebook dating, TikTok dating. Uh,
people date on TikTok. How you do that?
yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I have.
So, there's a lot of platforms, or they have, what's that dating app that you got to pay like $800? I'm exaggerating.
You
It's
see
a
my
lot.
face? I'm like, we live, honey.
eHarmony.
Is it
E
that expensive?
Yes, they
If we
want.
eat harmony, we better hit all the notes and be in tune and be in the right key for harmony.
Honey, I
Eight
understand.
hundred dollars. You got to be kidding me.
I mean, I'm throwing a number out there, but they, because I
But
believe
still, that's
the
ridiculous.
the questions the questions is it's about over 250 questions that they ask you to make you meet your match. And then they have match.com, and then they have all these different dating apps now. We didn't have that back then. We had
Hmm.
to move solely on instinct. And I think that's where we lose a whole lot of things, because we had to go purely on instinct back in the day, where now we're relying on the internet to do our job that we used to have to do, that we had to do.
All right. So I got a question before the question because you said something, and I hope we just don't go way left. You said instinct, right?
Hmm.
I feel like people just don't want to do the work. People don't, not, I mean, not negating safety because it's not safe either, but it ain't safe on the internet neither because now there's this thing called catfish and all of that, right?
That
So we're not, I mean, so we're not negating the safety part, but people don't want to do the work. And I don't know if they don't want to do it or they're scared to do it. Because I know I'm outside and I'm doing what I do, right? And if a dude walk past me or drive past me and he says good morning or something, and if I don't feel like saying good morning because you look suspicious, then I get called out my name. So it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You don't know what to do, you don't know what to say, you don't know what you don't know, right?
right,
So
right.
that's interesting that you would say that, right? So let's open up with questions because I got questions. What is the overall purpose of dating? Now, those of
Well,
us who grew up in church, we didn't learn about dating in the Bible. They saw who they liked, who they wanted, and they went after it. Period. The end. Back in the day, because you want to come, we're gonna get to that part where we compare and contrast. But back in the day, I like you, you like me. That's it. The hardest thing about back in the day, and I'm talking about back. I ain't talking about the 80s. I'm talking about the 60s and the 50s. Their biggest issue was interracial dating.
mm-hmm.
But the charisma was there, the chivalry was there, the respect was there. So, what is the overall purpose to you of dating? Why do we do it?
That's the thing. You have to figure out from each person what your goal is. Some people, you dating just because they want a free meal. Some people date because they want uh, a one night stand. Some people date because all they want is sex. Some people date because they really want a relationship. Some people, I mean, it depends on the person. And I guess when you know your initial conversation or whatever conversation that you have with someone, I believe that the questions that people say you should wait weeks and months for should be on date 1 and 2 and 3.
Hmm.
Because you sit there and you wait because you thinking in your head, oh, I'm not going to ask this question because I might push him away. Or I'm not going to ask her this question because I might push her away. No, ask the freaking questions. Ask the questions, because you might not be. This might not be what you want. I may
Okay.
just be one. I may just be one because you know what? Inflation is high right now, so I may want to date because I need a meal and I want
Okay.
to.
So why date? Why date? Because date is different, and I'm a. Okay,
Dating is
you know
data.
how we do because we're very transparent, right?
Absolutely.
We we date everything that you listed for a reason to date. I do all that. Okay, great. Um, and we're not dating anyone really. Those are my friends. Like if I need my nails done, I'll call someone, and the first one that answers cash apps me. There's no sex involved. You know, if I need groceries, first one that answers cash apps me, send me money, and I have groceries. There's no sex involved. These are my friends. So everything that if I want to go out, hang out, go to the movies, whatever, well, I normally do that by myself. But if I want to hang out with somebody, I call, and if they're available, then that's what we do. And we're not dating, we're not sex. There's no sex involved. So, hey, Robin, um, at what age should we be intentional in our expectations and abilities? Oh, that's a good question, Narabia. We're gonna come back to that question when we get further involved in the questions. All right, okay. But I just wanted to post that up there because that was really really good. Um,
And you know I love my glasses.
so
You're gonna have
the purpose the per I, but biblical days there was no such thing as dating. So dating is
no.
definitely man-made. Let's just start there.
Mm-hmm.
But the overall definition was you're gathering data, you're gathering information, which is why you're dating. You're gathering
Right.
to see if you want to be with this person forever and ever to death do us part. Amen.
Right.
So that's the concept of dating allegedly. And there's some people like Steve Harvey, and I'm not talking against Steve Harvey. So if y'all want to tag and share and send this to him, please do, because I really would like to meet him and Marjorie because I love them dearly. But there's
She
a
bet.
lot of people. Hey, Moshe. There's a lot of people. Um, when he
And
wrote his book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, and he did the 90-day rule. Um, people really govern their lives by that, and I could see the concept of that. However, once again, when we get back to compare and contrast, people saw who they like, and that was it. That was it.
let
Me
me
for you,
just
me for
disclaimer.
you, you for me. I man, you woman, you my woman, and that was it. So stuff changed, I guess, through generations and traditions. I guess. Hey, Tomlin.
Okay,
Um.
wait, Cherise. Let me make this disclaimer. I am not disregarding anybody who is coming on. I'm going to keep saying this. I cannot see anybody who is coming on. So if there's somebody who is on that I personally know, that I'm not just not saying hi to you. I cannot see you. So we haven't worked out the kinks. So everybody that's coming on that I do know, I heard you say Moshe, hi Moshe. I heard you say Robin, hey Robin. I'm not disregarding anybody or just not speaking. I can't see you. So as Cherise is saying it, I can hear her saying it. I see nothing. I can't see questions. I can't see anything. So we haven't worked out that side of the kink. So I'm not just not speaking. And I don't want anybody to be okay, she didn't speak. No, I can't see when you come on. So I just want to keep reiterating that.
Okay, we're not going to keep reiterating that because I said it and now you've said it, and then they can watch the replay because we have a topic and people have questions that I really want to get to. Amen.
You are crazy.
Right? So that, like I said, the purpose of dating was getting to know one another. That's what you do, right? So not to negate what you said, because there are some people who do what you do. I mean, do what you said for those reasons, but then it kind of negates the taught definition of dating. You see what I'm saying?
Well, not really, because
I'm
They,
not okay. So a one night stand in dating is not the same.
you have to figure out if that person wants that. So you're collecting data. So the first time you go out, that's the first thing they say. Yo, this is what I want. Or this is, you're still collecting data because I'm getting information from that person for that person to say, okay, guess what? All I want is sex.
So
Or
you don't discuss that before you hook up or you go out. You just you say, okay, so hi, I'm Cherise. You're
everybody is
Janine. I want to
different.
date you, and then while you're on the date, you discuss all I want is sex. We don't discuss that before we go out, and I waste my toothpaste and deodorant.
Okay.
I'm just look because if that's all you want, and I already know that's not what I want, I'm not going out with you.
Right, but then you may not be that type of person to just to want a meal to find that out. Some people want to go out. Oh, okay, that's nice. Okay, that's what you want. I'm not here for that. I'm gonna keep eating this food though, and I'm gonna get
So people
people.
go out with no information, no standards, no boundaries. This is what you're
Some
telling
people,
me.
some people do it.
Wow, wow, wow. I guess I'm a rare commodity because I ain't going up. Mm-mm. Not me. I didn't do it then, and I'm not doing it now. Wow. So okay. Well, you pretty much answered, why people date, but is dating necessary? Do you think it's necessary?
Absolutely,
Okay, why?
because that's when you get to know. Because you may look at a person and you may say, "Oh, dang, he's gorgeous," or "She's pretty. I want to get to know her." And you have a couple of conversations, and in the middle of the conversation, you realize that some screws are loose, or you realize that the whole time that y'all are talking, it could be date three, and realize on date three, yo, why are we on date three and he's still talking about sex? Why is the conversation still about sex? Why are we still having this conversation about what is your favorite position? Oh my God. If I did
That
not
is
answer
very true.
you, if I did not answer you on the first or the second, why would you think on the third that we still gonna have this conversation? So it's still necessary because you still need to figure out what you want. Because the first thing I hate when people say, oh, looks mean nothing. Bullshit. Oh, sorry.
I don't have my delay button for you.
My bad. So
I
I
told y'all, look, or I told you, audience, I didn't know what was gonna happen. So don't. I told you this is not solid Saturday.
okay, so that slipped out. But that
I
is the
gotta
first
get that button.
that is the first thing that people look at. You can't tell me that you are blindfolded. I mean, that you're blindfolded, and because if looks didn't matter, people wouldn't put up fake pictures on their little on their profile on their dating apps if looks didn't matter, because they would show their real self. If they didn't feel like they were ugly, they would show their real self. If they didn't feel a certain way, if they was fat and they want to act like they skinny,
Mm.
looks matter. Looks matter.
Okay, I have.
That's what
I'm.
attracts you to the person. Then after you see the person, after you see them and that's when the conversations start, because what may be attractive to you may not be attractive to me.
Right,
What
but I'm.
but is not what you like. So that's why the first thing you see is looks. And when people say I can't stand it, oh, looks really don't matter. Okay, dummy. You know, because that's the first thing you see. You don't see the person's heart. You don't see the person's mind. You don't see the person's thoughts. You see their face.
Right, so okay, because I got a few things, right? Number one, I think everybody on this live seen or watched Martin. You remember that episode where Martin had a fight with Hitman Hearns? Maybe I'm conceited, maybe I'm a little shallow, but if you look like that after the fight and you're trying to talk to me, you're not getting my attention. And I just said all that to say that it's It's bogus. You ain't got to be my husband, Morris Chestnut, but you got to be presentable. You got to be walkable. I have to be able not to be okay. I mean, to be okay with being seen with you outside. Now, so I agree with that wholeheartedly. Now, I want to backtrack a little bit because I don't think I'm really grasping the concept of dating, or maybe it's just me. Because if we're out dating, that means for me, for Cherise, right? This is for Cherise, y'all. If I'm out dating you, that means you pass the prerequisites of conversation. See, conversation is just that, conversation. Hey, how you doing? Da 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 da. What you good? Da da da. Yes, I saw you at the club. Da da da. Yeah, you look good. Da, da. So what's going on with you? How about you into what this and that? I'm like, so yeah, babe. So what's your bra size? That delete done. There's no date because we're on the phone talking first. If you ask me what's my bra size, what's my favorite position, do I forgive me, y'all? Do I swallow something? There is no date after that conversation. First of all, it's not even going to be a continued conversation because I've done hung up. I've done hung up. By the time he got to question number 3, click. And I've always been that way. What's the word? What's the word? Somebody on here could tell me. I like a man's mind. If you can't hold a conversation with, what's that, sappy, sexual, something. I don't know I don't know how to pronounce the term, but y'all know what I'm talking about, right? If you can't hold a conversation with me, there is no date. So by the time I'm outside with you in public and we're eating, that means you can hold my attention. Because you can be cute as all get out and dumb as rocks.
I mean,
so we're not even. Thank you, Moshe. She put it in the comments. Let me put it up here so we can all see. Okay, that's me. That's me. You want to make my toes curl? That's it right there. And then I had to follow your actions to see that you really know what you're talking about. Because you could have just went home and learned 3 new vocabulary words and then try to get over on me. No, I'm a very intellectual, young, African American woman. Never been stupid.
That part.
So. But intellectually, no. I can hold a conversation with the best of them. So if you can't add that word to my vocabulary. Yes, Shauna, add it to your vocabulary. You got to stimulate my mind before you can stimulate anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we're talking about me. There are some people who like that kind of conversation. Maybe that's your nature. I'm not saying that's not my nature, but that's not the first thing that's going to get. That's not how you get me. That's not how you get me. That's not how you keep me. I'm just saying. So, yeah, but I think dating is necessary. It's just that people date and do stuff for the wrong reasons. And you name some of those reasons at the top of this conversation. So it's just so tricky. It's just so tricky and so nasty. And so let's do this. I want to get into this topic because I think this is where the fire is going to just inflame itself, right? Is it okay to date more than one person?
If you make it known that you're doing it. As long as you tell, okay, let me let you know, okay? I'm dating a couple of people. You don't be sneaky about it because that's when they end up thinking that you're a liar, or a whole lot of other things come into play. So it is okay because dating is exactly that. I'm going to the restaurant and coming home from the restaurant by my damn self. Okay. Okay. With all 4 of y'all. With all 4 of y'all. You have to be honest enough And if they can't accept that honesty, and if they can't accept, because honey, this is a race. I don't know what you thought this was, but I'm getting older. Nobody got time to sit here and play games, and I get to date 15 and I realize you treat your mother like crap. Wait, I want you to meet my mother. Okay, all right. We at date 15. I'm like, okay. And then I figure out that you curse at your mother, and you don't respect your mother. You don't know how to treat your mother. Oh, whoa, whoa. I needed to find this out date 5, because you would have been knocked off a long time ago. There is no way on this God's green good earth that you would get past a certain place with me if I know certain things. That's why I said, a lot of people say, you know, you shouldn't ask certain questions. No, 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 no. If I think you a prospect for something, then there's certain questions that I need to know, because no. No. Oh,
So
so you saying because let's talk about Mike Epps. He's all right. He has two. I believe it's Mike Epps, or no, I'm sorry, it's not Mike Epps. It's the other D Ray Davis. D Ray Davis. He
mm-hmm.
has two girlfriends, and they're okay with that. I would beat the okay.
I
So
don't have my button,
jail,
Janine.
jail. Would
I
I
don't have my
see
delay button, folks.
jail? Would I see? Oh, silver bracelets I would have on. Don't play with me like that. We not doing, oh, Monday night I sleep in the bed and Tuesday night you sleep in the bed. Excuse me, what? So see, those are things that we need to have a conversation, because they're okay with that. But Janine, don't do that with Janine. I'm not gonna have Mondays and Tuesdays and you have Thursdays and Fridays, and we no 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 oh,
And then
oh
we're discussing it over breakfast. We're not
right.
doing that. So Moshe said, date them all until you decide to be exclusive with one,
That
right?
absolute. Mm-hmm.
Shauna said, yes, make it known you're not exclusively dating.
Mm-hmm.
And then Moshe said, dating also doesn't mean you are having sex with them all.
That is a whole fact.
Fact, right? So you brought up D. Ray Davis, and again, I actually think he's a hilarious comedian. I just don't. That's his lifestyle. They like it. I love it.
Right.
Um, he's funny. Like my favorite joke is a joke he taught about dressing up in a red shirt and beige slacks and going to Kmart and getting on everybody's nerves and not serving the people because they think he's an employee. That's my favorite D. Ray. Like, get it yourself. What? Anyway, um, but just like you chose his lifestyle, which is like wow, because you're very right with that. There was also again here I go with the Harveys. I'm gonna meet them. Lori Harvey.
Jesus today.
She got so criticized about her lifestyle and her dating who she
But
was dating, and I
she's a
lost a lot.
single.
I lost a lot of friends because I was like, number one, she's grown. Number two, she has her own money outside her parents. Number three, it's her choice, right? And everybody was just so upset and heartbroken. I really think they was all over Michael B. Jordan, right? But there was
Mm-hmm.
so many. They look great together, and I was hoping that it would be the two of them. But there was a 10-year age gap with them, and what he's ready for, she wasn't.
But the problem is, you can't tell me that that grown man didn't tell her. Now, see, the problem I have with this, and no, I wasn't a fly on the wall. I am not.
Right. We don't know the conversation.
I don't know
Right.
the conversations. My thought process is, I would hope at the age that he is, and this is just my opinion, he literally spoke about what he wanted and where he wanted to take the relationship. You can't tell me that a woman is, I mean, yes, you're surprised when you get engaged, when somebody proposes to, but you can't tell me you don't know that it's leading up to it.
Okay, so let's deal with this, right? So no,
There's
no,
no,
no. Wait, because
there's,
there's another couple. There's another couple. Honey, we're gonna couple it up tonight, right? So suppose you did have the conversation, right? Let's because we wasn't there. We was not there. So let's say you did have that conversation, right? And she was like, well, no, maybe not right now, da 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 da. And you whining and dining and you dotting all the I's and you crossing all the T's, and you're thinking, well, if I keep treating her like this, she's going to say yes. And it didn't happen. Now, do you remember Jeannie Mai? She's now married to Jeezy, right?
yeah,
Her first, that's her
yes, she,
second marriage. She got a lot
mm-hmm.
of slack because she was married to a nice man who was Caucasian and he wanted to have children.
And she
She
said no.
wasn't ready. And so
Mm-hmm.
he was like, well, if I do everything that she want me to do and da 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 and da 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 da, she'll have my baby. Didn't work. He kept asking, she kept saying no for whatever her reasoning was. Right? She said no. They got a divorce. Publicly, they got a divorce. She hooked up with Jeezy. She's married. She's never been more happier. They got a baby. We don't know. It could have been timing. It could have been whatever. So what if people are dating with false concepts or premeditated? But if I do this and if I do that, then they're gonna like me. If they're gonna want to be with me. So, because let's not even deal with celebrities. I was in that boat. But if I do this for him, he's gonna choose me. If I stand by his side, he's gonna choose me. If I do this, he's gonna choose me. Guess what? He didn't choose me. And so then it becomes, well, it's not you, it's me. And then after I finally walk away, and then we had the conversation we should have had when we was fooling up, it really was him. Why couldn't you tell me that a long time ago that you're a lover of many women? You have that kind of an appetite. And it honestly wasn't me because you had me thinking I wasn't good enough. You understand what I'm saying? So why keep me around? Why keep me around? So just like, we brought up Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan, and we brought up, Jeannie Mai and whomever. There's conversations that need to be. That's the purpose of dating. And if somebody say, no, that's not what I want, the only person that could change their mind is them.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me talking. Those who's watching, chime in. What do you think about it? Let me go back.
But
My girlfriend in
I believe,
Arabia.
I believe sometimes it's also the woman. So I may not get you. You may date. I'm gonna say Greg. You may date Greg and be like, oh my God, he's the most horrible person in the world, and da 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 da. I may date Greg and he may put flowers down like it's coming to America when I walk. He might be like, okay, I'm going to buy you a house tomorrow. He may say, oh, I bought you this car for your birthday. And you're going to be like, okay, wait a minute, hold up. Because we saw that in different relationships in the church. You got one version of the person with one
Right.
person,
Because
and then they deal with the next person, and you're like, wait, hold on, wait,
because
okay.
a man and or woman is going to change for the person that they want to be with. And if
And
they
he
can get
probably hit right on the nose.
and if they can get what they want from you without the commitment, without the attachment, then they're going to get it.
Right.
They're going to get it. My girlfriend in Arabia asks, at what age should we be intentional in our expectations and abilities? Boo Boo Kitty, I have
At
no idea.
at whatever
Because
age.
there's a difference between age and maturity. I
Mm-hmm.
think expectations and ability is more connected to maturity than at what age. There are some guys in their 30s that handle their business. I'm going to college. I'm going to do this. This is my. I'm doing this. I'm doing that, and that's that. You got some men in their 50s. They don't know what kind of cereal they want in the morning.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So to answer that, I think it comes more with maturity than an age, because age and maturity are not the same.
but also you literally govern yourself. So at whatever age you feel like settling down, or you feel like you're settling down, then I believe then that's the age that you choose, because you can't choose for anybody else. You can only choose for yourself.
Right.
You can't make somebody else want or feel what you feel. So if I'm 24 and I feel like I've graduated college, I bought a house, I have my career, okay, now I want to settle down. Everybody in their 20s aren't ready to settle down. They still ready to run and go to spring breaks, and and I'm over here like, okay, I'm ready. I've been ready. So everybody is different. So you have the choice of choosing when you want to do that. But you can't choose the age of the person
Right.
dating. You can't do. You can choose the age for yourself, but you can't make that other person do it.
Right. So let me read some of these. I'm gonna post some of these comments up. Moshe said, I think undiscussed expectations are why most relationships fail. I agree. Truthful desires, put it on the table and respect yourself enough to walk away if that's not what you want or need.
Mm.
Shauna said, I don't think it's an age. I think it's a readiness and a mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then Moshe spoke directly to Narabia and said, I think once you know yourself, you
You
are
got
able to
yeah.
communicate your
Yeah.
needs. That is so important, Moshe, because
Communication.
if you don't know what you want, how are you gonna tell them what you want? If you don't know what you need, how are you gonna tell them what you need?
That part.
I'm just learning what I need because I'm free from the emotional and mental bondage that I was in. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, well, what do you want? What do you need? How do you? Yeah, and now I know.
And
That's
what
why asking
because
me,
everybody has faults. There's no such.
yeah,
So you have to know what you put up with and what you won't put up with.
yeah,
I hear women at my job. Oh my God, my husband, he will put the clothes, the dirty clothes on the floor, and the laundry basket is sitting right there. I mean, you have to know what you can put up with and what you can't, what you are going to deal with and what you won't. Because everybody has, I know there are also couples that think that their spouse does no wrong. You can't tell
girl.
you can't tell them, and you be looking like, okay, well,
But you know what? You leave
right,
them to what they like. If that's how they feel about their man or their woman or whatever, you leave that up to them. That's between them. That is not your concern.
absolutely,
Oh, here's
absolutely.
a good question. Shauna asks, "What are your deal breakers?" You want me to answer first, or you gonna answer first?
You answer first.
Liars. Don't lie to me.
Mm-hmm.
My friend is who he is today because it was A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Let me know what you can deal with, what you can't. I was like, I can't deal with A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay, next. Liars.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Lying is a deal breaker for me. Don't tell me you work for Goldman Sachs and you actually work at the potato factory sacking
Right.
potatoes. Don't. I can work with you when you give me your truth. You understand what I'm saying? Let me be the judge of that. Don't rob me of my own choice in what I can and cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's first and foremost, because everything else falls under lying. Because if you're lying to me, then I can't trust you. And if I can't trust you, then where are we going?
Mm-hmm.
So I can work with you, lack of money, because then tell me, if you got lack of money, then what are your dreams? What are your goals? How you gonna get money? We can flip a dollar. We can work together. Let's brainstorm. What do you want to do? What are your passions?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna be sitting on my couch while I'm out at a 9 to 5 doing. We're not doing that. But let's build together. Let's work together. Let's grow together. Can we do that? But my deal
Mm-hmm.
breaker for me is lying. Period. Janine, what's your deal breaker?
Oh, that's the same thing.
Oh, lying?
Mm-hmm.
Moshe's deal breaker is smokers. I guess can't do it no matter how fine you are. Yeah, but we'll put them on the porch. Or
Yeah.
there's a cigar
Yeah.
lounge. Or you can
Yeah.
smoke. You can smoke and rinse before you come here. I don't like smokers either. Um, I would try to work with it. I would try. But if we come up with like options to try to deal with it, and then you go against the effort of working with the smoke, then you gotta go. You gotta go. Moshe said, I'm also a very different woman at 14 than I was at 26. My needs and desires are turning and I'm not settling. Absolutely, Shay. And you shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't have
Absolutely.
to.
Absolutely.
Shouldn't have to.
Absolutely.
Mm-mm.
True, Shay. She said nothing like coming to bed and someone smelling like a chimney or the car. Right.
I'm
Right.
dead.
Right. I agree. I agree.
Me
I
and
absolutely
like,
agree.
uh,
And knowing me, I probably wouldn't be with a smoker. Not especially a chain smoker. Like you can't come to the dinner table without having a cigarette between your fingers. You can't. How
okay.
you gonna eat your chicken and smoke a cigarette at the same time? Like how does that work? Like
Mm, mm-mm. Now
so
see now I deal with a smoker, but he respects me enough to not
see
do it.
that's
He respects me enough to do it outside.
see that's what I'm saying. Y'all had the conversation.
Right.
You
And
had the conversation.
when he
Okay,
comes in,
that's your vice. That's your
he'll brush
thing.
his teeth, all that. Like he won't come near me without making
And
sure
that's
I,
mature. That's
I,
maturity.
so I don't have to,
It
I
can
don't have to worry about that
if you're
at all.
considerate of my request, I respect that. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't no, yeah, well, I'm gonna do what I want to do because this is who I was before I met you and did that. Okay, then you can go on down to the chimney and you can go on and do what you got. For me, don't do no. So you and your partner had the conversation. He respects it. You're not telling him he got to quit smoking. Just could you not? Could you just freshen up before? Because I don't. It drives me nuts. I can't do it. He took that into consideration. I applaud that. I applaud that.
Mm.
That's what's up. But you're not gonna do what you want to after I'm asking you not to.
Yeah, because that smell is
And it stays in your clothes and your hair and it's
everywhere.
yeah.
And I literally will say, okay, I just got my hair done. Like, but I mean, I don't say it like, never said it like that. But it's just like, um, so are you gonna pay for me to get my hair done like every 2 days? Because I'm not walking around with my hair because it stays in. So he doesn't do it around me at all.
That's what's up. Any other deal breakers on the line on in chat? We had lying. We had
Smoking.
smoking. Shauna, you still on here? What's your deal breaker? She agrees with Moshe about Shauna. And this is so funny because me and Shauna was talking about relationships earlier today. So
Oh
help us,
wow.
Father. Help us, Father. Relationships and men and the stupid things that they do. So let me see, while we waiting on other people to comment on deal breakers, right? let's compare and contrast, right? What would you like to see done now that people don't do when it comes to dating? Shauna said cheaters, non-communicators, and liars. Yep, so she's right there with us.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, hold on before we get into the next part. And not like, oh, Roberta said not liking kids. Ooh, that's good too. Moshe said, I was recently dating a doctor, paid for everything, super nice, excellent conversation. His deal breaker was things not being perfect. The moment I hit him with the day less, take me home, he was devastated. What is his definition of perfect? He had OCD?
Right.
Like what? Oh, Moshe, I need an example of say less. Mm.
Mm. Mm.
What's his idea of excellent? I mean, perfect. Because nobody is
Nobody's
perfect.
right. So I want to know the definition of perfect too.
I want to know his definition of perfect because nobody's perfect.
Nobody.
Sloppy, messy, unclean man. Shauna got a list. He didn't like the Bronx coming out of me.
Well,
He did. Okay, now I'm nosy. What did he do to bring out the Bronx, Shay? Now, see, this is what I'm saying. And see, they had the conversation, and that one thing that he did,
that was it.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. He had ex-wife arguing drama. So he wasn't healed.
That part.
He wasn't healed. So I'm assuming anything you said or did that triggered him into thinking about his ex-wife, it was a problem. Yeesh. Ah, bingo. Okay. Yeah, he's not healed.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're healed, you wouldn't categorize everybody and compare them to your past. You can't do that. Everybody's their own individual. Everybody's their own individual. We would never get nowhere or meet new people or move on or be free if we keep doing that. You're just repeating a bad cycle.
A horrible.
Wow. Sorry, Shay, but there's more doctors, honey. Moshe said, thank God he fixed the brakes on her car before they broke up.
I'm dead. Check.
Get what you can, Shay. Get what you can.
Check. Check, please.
Shauna is still listing her deal breakers.
Okay.
She's like, oh, man, I told you we talked about it earlier today. So she's still stirred up. Oh, and we wasn't talking about this topic. We were just talking in general, just catching up. Men who don't know how to conduct themselves appropriately with other females that eventually leads to cheating. Okay, I think I'm done.
Wow.
So they don't know how to play the game, Shauna. And it again, all of that comes with lack of maturity. Because why you want to even play that game?
Right.
Even cheating shouldn't even be an option. But then cheating is, I don't think cheating should be considered cheating if you're dating because you're not exclusive. Do you? Because just because you're doing you don't mean that I'm not doing me. We're dating.
Doing me.
Now, if we're exclusive and we're in a relationship, then all of that stops.
As that said, yeah, but that also has to be said in the beginning. Because if you say you're going to be exclusively dating, then that's something totally different than me saying, okay, I'm dating Ed, George, Peter, and Paul. Let the best man win.
Right. Just please understand, you're not the only one.
Absolutely. On mark, get set, go.
And then catch this, right? Because then they want to know, well, are you having sex with them? That's none of your business. You're not my man.
That right there.
You're not my man. You find those
That right.
things out in the dating phase when you have conversations and you hear his mindset. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. That's the purpose of dating. Dating, the dictionary definition of dating is gathering information, gathering data. So, and if they lie in the beginning, their actions is going to tell on them eventually anyway.
Absolutely.
So, but like I said, if you can't stimulate my mind, ain't everything else is turned off. Sorry, just could you pay for my food, please? I'm out. We gotta go. I'm done. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pay for myself. How about that? Because I'm out. I'm that girl. I don't want nothing from you. And my definition of nothing is nothing.
I
You ain't
can't.
got to pay for my meal. I'm gonna pay for it myself because you need to understand who I am and who I am not. Okay, great. It's not that I need you. I want you.
I want you. Mm-hmm.
My mama, she wasn't worth 2 cents for change, but she taught me don't never go out with no money on you because you
You
never
better
know what's gonna
say
happen.
it. You better say it. Because I
So,
definitely was.
I'm always ready. I'm always ready to take a cab. I'm always ready to pay my tab. I got bars. I'm always ready to take a cab. I'm always ready to pay my tab. Oh, I'm sorry.
I got bars.
I just had bars. You ain't hear that? You missed it. You got to watch the replay. Um, So yeah, nah, we're not doing that. So back to our last question to wrap up because I know you're gonna go crazy. Let's compare and contrast because you actually said dating in 2023. So what would you like to see done now that people don't do when it comes to dating? You want me to go first or you want to go first?
You can go first.
I want you to be respectful. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to open the door. If we're out on a date and we're eating, I, I I like the chivalry. I like to know I'm important. I like good conversation. Don't sit at the table with me and you're on your phone. I can't stand that. That's a deal breaker too. I'm sorry. I just thought of something else. Because technology has ruined it for a lot of people.
It
If
really.
I'm here with you and you're on your phone, then you and your
Unless
phone can just
it's your
have
kids.
dinner. I'm
Unless,
going
unless it's
home.
your kids. Unless it's your kids. Unless it's your kids. Because I try.
Unless it's your kids,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not gonna be on the phone with your kids for half hour, 20 minutes, 45 minutes because your kids know where you are. If it's not an emergency, not even your kids. You've had to come. Mommy's going out. Behave yourself. Don't lock the babysitter up in the closet. Don't forget to brush your teeth and go to bed. If I get a bad report, y'all can't go out this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. So 10 times out of 10 is not going to be your kids. You on TikTok and IG and watching all this. Why am I here? Because you're scared to sit by yourself? Put your phone in the chair. Question: do you believe in someone checking off all the boxes or the 80-20 rule? Ooh. Before Janine do her compare and contrast, let's deal with this question, Janine. Do you believe in someone checking off all the boxes or the 80-20 rule?
I don't
Me
think
personally,
I've never met anybody that checks all the boxes. I'm sorry.
right. That's what I was getting ready to say. If you're
I
checking all the
it,
boxes, then that means
it,
perfection and somebody's lying.
and somebody's lying.
And somebody's lying. There is no such thing as 50-50, 80-20 perfection. It doesn't exist. And
It does
that's a false
because
reality that people are being tricked into believing. That
that,
it doesn't exist. We come together, we conversate, no, not conversate, we discuss
first
things,
we
we
converse.
compare, we
Mm-hmm.
compromise. There is no,
Now, because
nobody's checking all
that
the boxes.
happen. That doesn't happen in real life or real relationships because sometimes you gonna be 20, I'm gonna be 80. Sometimes I'm gonna be 80, you gonna be 20. Sometimes you gonna be 50, I'm gonna be 50. Sometimes we both gonna be down. Like
Right.
there's no such thing, especially in this day and age when everything is really going on. We have inflation that's literally kicking everybody's ass. And there there are going to be times where one is going to have it and the other one isn't. There's going to be other time when one is going to like it's going to fluctuate. It's going to fluctuate. And my thing is, when you fluctuate, when he's down, are you going to hold him down? Because if you sit back and be like, oh, you're supposed to be the breadwinner, you're supposed to be this, oh, you're supposed to be no. If you down and I'm a single parent and you can't find a job, that means I need to start looking for a job. That means I need to get on my ball. That means I need to do what I have to do to cover you because you've covered me. You cannot, there is no such thing as, I'm sorry. I think people have the wrong expectations now in 2023, and it's utterly ridiculous for me. Just ridiculous. I'm sorry. And I think
No, don't be sorry. This is conversation. We chit chatting.
it's, I just, I think that's uh, I think it's bullshit. Like it's for me, and that's just for me. And I guess because I've seen both sides of a coin, I've seen both sides of a coin. So it's just like you can't put yourself in a position of saying, "Oh, up his eyes are blue, up his hair's curly, up he gives good conversation, up he picks up all his clothes, up he no, mm-mm. He's a psychopath. He's a psychopath." Nobody saw a stepfather. Okay, yeah, I don't. I'm just saying because he was perfect in all his ways, but let somebody had messed up in that good house, he was killing him. I mean, I get it's a movie, but and
But
I understand it's a movie and it's fake and all that, but if you check every single box, you're a psychopath, and that's just my personal opinion. You,
I hope we answered your question, Berta. Moshe said, I love the age of chivalry, but what I love about 2023 is with dating apps, people are more transparent about what they want, and you can decide to swipe left or right without a conversation. I
mm,
don't know about that, Moshe. Maybe. I never tried a dating app, but watching TV, they lie on them dating apps
honey,
um until you get to meet them. I said, honey,
honey, now
catfish got me spooked. I
that
can't I
part.
can't do dating apps.
That's
That
why
catfish is a hot mess.
I Google your name. Okay. I will Google you faster than you can say your name. Huh? Oh, do you have a sister named such and such? Oh, that's you. Okay, let me see. All right. Mm-mm. Where'd you say you lived before? Okay. Well, no. Mm-mm.
Wow.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna Google you.
So Janine, let's discuss this let's discuss this situation because this is just going because people got concerns. Can you see the comment?
I can't.
Oh my God, why are you not connected? Oh, we gotta fix this. This is the last time we're gonna do this. So Moshe said, this guy told me I can't be taking you out on $100 dates. I was very nice and continued the conversation. But if you can't feed me, then the end game will never work because I'm dropping $400 plus at the supermarket with two kids. We have to look at the whole situation. Absolutely.
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 Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
If that's the first thing that come out of your mouth, well, not the first thing, but I can't.
Right.
So what do you mean? I ain't say you had to do it every time we go out, but every time we go out, we're not going through the drive-through of Chick-fil-A. We we can't sit in the restaurant with a napkin and the people in the black and white aprons and the with the napkin over their wrist with the silver plate. We can't at least once a month. We
At least once.
at least once. Wow, Shay. I bet a doctor on Hinge went to his job and everything. He was legit. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Is
I
this the
never.
same doctor who was looking for
Perfection.
perfection? Shauna wants to know what was his reasoning, Moshe. What was the reason that he said he can't take you out on $100 dates? Yes, this is the same doctor that you walked away from. Because what was his? Let me scroll back up. What was his issue again? He didn't like the Bronx coming out of you.
Mm,
He wants everything perfect. This is the doctor. Okay, met him on a dating app. He was legit, but he still got issues.
mm,
See, this is why there is no perfect person.
none.
There is none. Because I was at City Island and he was being transparent. He said he does taco trucks.
Um, because he had to be back for surgery. Because I only see that on Grey's Anatomy.
No, he said he couldn't do $100 dates, dinner dates with her. So Shauna's concerned. So she's asking, like, was he saving for a house? Is it children related? Because that could be something, alimony, child support. We could take that into consideration. But he said his reasoning for saying that was because when they was talking, she was at City Island. And he said he does taco trucks. I don't,
Oh, what?
I
What I want to say, I can't say because I promise you. The blip.
He was divorced. He was divorced, and he prefers to eat local and chill. Well, Moshe, and that's your red, blue, green polka dot flag because ain't nothing local about you. You ain't local.
That part.
You ain't basic. So him and his tacos can be on their way. And this is what I'm saying. Have the conversation. You gotta have the conversation. I'm glad he said that before you really started liking him. And this is that and the third. Because you're like, all right, so we just gonna meet and greet and we just gonna chill. All right, I'm gonna rock with you at the taco truck once. Because I like tacos. You understand what I'm saying? So it's no
I don't like
disrespect.
tacos.
We just
That ain't.
chilling or whatever. But every time we go out, we go to this taco truck? No.
Mm,
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nah, we're not doing that. These
mm-mm,
men are coming with bouquets of red flags. Yeah. I just
mm-mm.
so what do we have any help for the people online about dating in 2023? I
Oh,
like the fact that we mentioned
yeah, like,
that.
yeah, get your license if you know what I mean, and yeah.
Lord, I told you I don't know what's gonna come out this girl's mouth. I like the fact I like the fact that it was mentioned know yourself. Know yourself so you know what you want and don't want and you know what to ask for. And then that way when you know yourself, you won't settle.
You won't.
You won't settle. You won't settle. Heal. I like the fact that we mentioned you got to heal. Heal
Definitely
before you move on to your next relationship.
heal, and don't take from your last relate. Oh, but he did this at month 6, so you gonna do this at month 6. No, leave that relationship with that relationship. Do not do that. Don't bring your BS from the last relationship into your new relationship, because your new relationship will never get off the ground if you do it.
You won't. You won't. You won't.
I
You you won't. You won't. You're gonna drive yourself crazy, and that's self-sabotage.
mm-hmm,
And that's because you don't know you, you haven't healed, and you
mm-hmm.
don't know what you want.
Right.
You definitely don't know. You're not ready. You're
No.
not ready. Get yourself together.
No.
Get yourself together. Get
Get
That's not fair.
yourself.
That's not fair to the partner or you, be it male or female. You're cheating yourself and you're cheating them out of life, out of love, out of a relationship.
That part.
You know. So um I'm
Yeah.
impressed, Janine. You wasn't as bad as I thought you was gonna be. So
I
you
I
wasn't
tried.
as bad as I thought you were gonna be.
I
I
tried.
appreciate all the comments and the input. You hit a nerve tonight, Janine, because the folks is like, okay, look, what are we doing? What? Oh,
I already know the topic for next month. We going to continue. We going this part two.
oh,
The
really? So there's
topic.
another part to this dating? Okay, all right, I'm with it.
Absolutely.
So y'all heard it first. Janine wants to continue this on another level of dating. So once again, this has been Chit Chat with Cherise and Janine, and we air the first of every month. So whenever date the first fall on, somewhere between Sunday and Saturday, that's when we be live at 7 p.m. Please tag, like, share, and subscribe. I have a Chit Chat with Cherise page. And you can also follow us on YouTube. So until next month, wow, right? I'm kind of anxious. We may have to come back on. I don't know, but until because you done hit a lot of nerves.
Honey.
But until next month, you guys stay safe, stay encouraged, and be careful who you're dating. Moshe, we gotta talk, girl. But you
I,
stay safe
go
and
get y'all
stay
license here.
encouraged.
Whatever state y'all live in, y'all need to go get your license. Get your license. Amen.
It's not legal here, Janine. Everybody
Oh,
ain't in North Carolina, Janine. Now again, until next month, stay safe and stay encouraged. Love you all. Bye.
bye.